Hey everybody, the Bangaa is here. Finally taking a break from Let's Plays and getting started on my first Q&A. I put up a video 2 weeks ago to get you guys to send me in all your questions, and well, it's April 15th, 2 weeks have passed, so now it's time for me to get started. So I'm going to start with this first question. TeekyTots writes, what do you use to record and edit your videos? Well, to record my videos, I use Camtasia version 6.0. It's very popular and you get used to it a lot. It's another program you could use is Hypercam. Personally, if you have a low-grade computer, use Hypercam over Camtasia because Camtasia is a memory hog, and since I got a good laptop, I stick with Camtasia. And as for editing my videos, I use Windows Movie Maker. It comes with default with the computer, so you can find it pretty easily. There have been some videos that I've done and I've had to send in videos of me failing at the same boss or the same section for minutes and minutes on end. And I've had some people complaining that why don't you just fast forward it or just edit that out. And well, I'm doing it now. It's just that back then I didn't bother because I felt a bit lazy at the time. But now I'm more focused on keeping my fans happy, so I'm doing that more often. Okay, Dakarus writes, where were you born? Well, I was born in the Northern Peninsula in a small province called Newfoundland. It's in Canada. It's basically this small island to the far east of it. I've been born in pretty much the northern part of it, and that's where I was raised all 17 years of my life. It's really small, a small community. It's not very big, barely any people. Almost everybody knew everybody. And by the time I almost hit 18, I decided to go to the capital city of the province in St. John's. That's where I went to college for 3 years, and I graduated back in 2007, so I'm still here working at my job, and hopefully if I get laid off for this one, I'll find something else better and keep providing for myself any way I can. Smitty0174 and fellow Newfoundlander writes, did you hear about the KFC on Elizabeth Avenue turning into a Taco Bell? Well, when you sent me that question, Smitty, that was the first time I ever heard that. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be exciting. So I live right next to Elizabeth Avenue. I can pretty much just go there on foot. And well, from what I've heard, it's going to be a KFC and a Taco Bell. That way you don't have to choose, but if I had to choose between one of the two, I'd definitely go with Taco Bell because I've had KFC before many times, and I like KFC, but I just want to change. For us to actually have a real Taco Bell in St. John's, we got one at Mount Pearl, but Mount Pearl's too far for me. And there's one in the Avalon Mall, but all these serve is soft tacos, hard tacos, nachos, pop, there you go, now go fuck yourself and watch the goddamn movie. That's pretty much it, So I really look forward to a Taco Bell and try some new things for once. Okay, I'm So Cool Man 5 writes, what was or is your favorite LP so far? Oh god, there's a lot of them. I've done over 80. I think one of the favorites would have to be Castlevania Rondo of Blood for obvious reasons. One, it's a cult classic in Japan that I'm finally got to play for the first time. Two, it took me 7.5 hours just to download the bloody torrent, so I might as well play it considering it took me that long. And number 3, I'm a huge Castlevania fan, and this is one of the games I never played, so I got a chance to enjoy it, and I'm really glad I did. I don't think there is the favorite LP I've done so far. Probably in the Mega Man series, I would consider a very strong favorite, and some Mario ROM hacks I've done, like the Second Reality Project Reloaded. That was a really good LP for me to do. I really enjoyed that one. And another one I actually enjoyed doing at the expense of my sanity, you're not going to believe this, was actually Barbie on the NES, because I just loved reading the comments from every one of you guys every time I posted a video of it. Some of you worrying about my sanity and others just cheering me on, just come on, you gotta finish this game, you gotta finish this piece of shit. No, really, it was a piece of shit, but I'm really glad it was over, and once it was done, I felt a newfound respect for Let's Playing, so I kept doing it from now on. Okay, OmegaBlob writes, do you prefer old gaming consoles like the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or newer ones like the PS2, the PS3, Xbox 360, or the Wii? Well, OmegaBlob, most of the gaming I play is like with old school consoles like the NES and the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy. And I find some time for newer ones such as well. Like, I just recently bought a PS3 as recently as, well, a half hour ago, pretty much. And right now I'm just waiting for the system update to be done, which right now is at 37%. Oh, 38 now! Hey, just climbed up just as soon as I started talking there. Good thing, too. And I bought this new PS3 game, like the only one I got so far, which is Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. I'm a huge fan of the Command & Conquer series, so the General series I did not like as much. I found it a bit too complicated and too new for me. Out of all of the two of them that I enjoyed the most, like the Tiberium series and the Red Alert series, I would say the Red Alert series was the better one for me. I really enjoyed playing as either the Allies or the Soviets. Either or, I really enjoyed the games. They were a lot of fun. And I do have a Wii, but I barely played as much because Nintendo is disappointing me as far as their game library goes. That's why I went for a PS3. But if I'm playing anything that's Nintendo, it would definitely be the Nintendo DS. It's one of my favorite handhelds, like one of the best I've ever played. I still haven't played the PSP yet. I might give it a try someday, as fellow YouTuber EverfanNF, who actually lives like a few minutes from my house, has a PSP, and I might try it out someday, but I'm not all that sure. But if I had to choose, I'd go with the old school ones and have the newer ones like every once in a while, just barely. Okay, XENOVIA writes, I'm going to start doing Let's Plays. What tips do you have for me? Well, XENOVIA, I got a few tips for you if you're going to get started. One, just pick some games that you really enjoy playing. Like, just don't pick ones that have been overplayed too much, because usually they get pushed under the rug compared to other LPers who have done it before you. It makes things a little bit difficult. And other tips I would have for you is, like, depending on the computer you get, choose between either Camtasia or Hypercam. If you got a low-grade computer, go with Hypercam, but if you got a good one, pick Camtasia because it rocks. And there are, like, registered versions you can get through a crack, or there are certain YouTube videos on how you can actually get free codes from them. It's a bit illegal, I know, but you don't really need a registered version. Like, I've seen fellow LPers using unregistered Hypercam or unregistered Camtasia, and they're still really good. I don't really care about that watermark in the corner. I'm surprised some LPers still get flamed like, oh god, you know there are registered versions, get a crack, you know, we don't want to see that bloody watermark. Who cares? I don't. I still watch videos from fellow LPers who got an unregistered Hypercam, and I enjoy them. I don't watch a video for a watermark. You know, shit like that. And one final tip I got for you is, if you got video editing software, use it, because you might want to add a little bit of flair to your videos, like a cool introduction, or if you're failing a lot, you might want to edit something out. That way the video does not seem as long as it should be. That way it'll keep your fans happy. That's pretty much all I can say for you.